Welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the celebrations here on the channel today. We're going to be talking all about the reaction to securing the La Liga title. We're going to be talking about the bus parade in the city today. Incredible scenes and wild celebrations from everybody connected with Barça. We are also, though, today going to look back on some of the more darker scenes from last night and indeed the shocking scenes we saw at the end of the game at Espanyol. And I've got some big opinions on that, guys, so stay with me. And we're also going to be talking about Lionel Messi. He has been the words on everyone's lips since we've sealed the title. Is his return moving closer? It is all coming up today. There are going to be brilliant feelings, exciting feelings, and so many emotions after our title has been confirmed. Thank you for joining me and for all your support. Let's do it, because what a night it was indeed for Barça. Victory over our city rivals Espanyol in the way that we did it, in the stadium that we did it. It couldn't have happened in a more perfect situation there, wrapping up the league title away at Espanyol. It really was the stuff of dreams, and even after the game last night, of course, the celebrations started immediately. The players here didn't just wait for the bus parade today, they started even before that, and they continued right throughout the day today. And I think tonight, guys, the scenes that we are seeing right now in Barcelona, the crowds that are gathered, what this means to every single one of us Barça fans. You know, I've seen it all season long. Every video that I make, the comments that I see every single day from you guys. The hunger, the desire to win, to succeed, to see this team achieve what they have done. It's all we've wanted. This is what we've waited for. And you see that right here in the city of Barcelona here, the amount of people that have come out to greet this team, to show their appreciation. And we are grateful, and we do appreciate them, because what they've done in the league this season, it's been stunning. And I think something that we should definitely point out today, guys, that I think it's really special that we're actually seeing not only the men out there today on the victory parade, on the open top bus, but I think it's great to see the joint parade there, the men's and the women's team together to celebrate here the two wonderful teams that we have at Barça, the two special seasons that yet again we have seen. Absolutely fantastic to see both of them together. And I think when you are looking, guys, at Xavi's Barça, the team, the group that he's been able to create at this club. And I think especially during times like this, you see it even more. You look out there today, the whole squad together celebrating. Of course, they've achieved something monumental as a group. But I see a real bond there. And I'm not just talking about out on the field in terms of the way they play, how they connect out there on the pitch, but away from it too. Because Xavi, let's not forget, the very first second that he arrived as Barça coach, he wanted to create a family. He brought in those 10 commandments. A lot of people said, what are you doing? You know, that's not the way to do it. This is all just for show. This won't actually contribute to anything. Well, you know what? It has. Xavi has created a family here that play for each other, that live for each other almost. You see them outside of the field today, and they are really, really special, the way they all connect. And I feel like as fans, that almost makes it more special. I feel like this is a group of players in a team right now that we can all really relate to. I think we all enjoy the personalities of this group. We all enjoy the different types of characters, and it is a really special, really, really special Barça team right now. And I look at Araujo. For me, he epitomises everything about this team right now. You look at the way that yesterday during the celebrations, he grabbed the microphone, he was next to Frenkie de Jong, and he said, this man here, Frenkie, he's the best midfielder in the world. He just wanted to announce that, just by the way, to the world. And just before that, after the game, he'd already said, I will forever be in love with Barça. And you see that. We see that every single week, every single performance, not only from him, but so many of this team. They are with this club, they are with this team, they are with this coach until the end. And it shows. Now, although at the end of the game and after Barça had wrapped up the league title, the man in charge of it all, the man who has transformed this team, Xavi Hernandez, wanted to be very, very humble. He said this is not Xavi's league title, it's not something I've won. He said this is Barca's league title, and it's a Barça that is growing and developing and improving. He said, I am delighted for these players, for the staff and for the board. I feel really proud to coach these players. And that's also something you often often see there not only the players showing that bond, that unity, but I think Xavi enjoys coaching them, enjoys having the relationships that he does. You see him when he goes into the dressing room, when he's high-fiving all of them there. They are a real group, every single one of them. But I think as always, guys, in moments like this, to enjoy this moment, to appreciate where we are, we've also got to understand where we've been. We've also got to look back at actually, not all that long ago, where we were. Because you think about it, last season, I'm not even talking about that long ago here, at the start of last season, we were genuinely wondering, is this team going to qualify for the Champions League? Are we even going to be in the top 4? And this team was unrecognisable. It was not a Barca team. We couldn't relate to it. We couldn't actually see the vision, the hope. There was nothing. And I think for Xavi to come in and step by step, we've seen that progression. It started there, I feel, at the Bernabeu last season. The 4-0 victory there. Again, the manner of which we did that. It just said, we're ready to come back again. We are going to challenge you. Maybe not last season, it was too late, but the next season, we will be right there. And then you look at what we've been able to do. Look at the Supercopa back in January. The statement that sent out, winning a trophy. For many of these players, that was their first trophy to win it. And again, the way that we did it against Real Madrid, one of our best performances of the season, that was special. And then just every single game week in La Liga, the consistency we've shown, the mentality this group has brought to the table every single game. We never buckled. We've never hidden. We've never been scared of the challenge. Every single one of these players has pulled together to secure a stunning title, a monumental step in our progression. And again, I always say it, guys, but the most exciting part of all this is you look at the players, you look at the coach, you look at the vision. We're not done yet. Not by any means. The best is still to come. However, guys, not everything about last night's game against Espanyol was all rosy, was it? And I want to talk about this because I honestly feel very strongly about it, and especially given the reaction that we've seen from some of the media on what happened when Espanyol fans stormed the pitch. That's what they did. They chased our players after the final whistle, down the tunnel, even going as far as the dressing room. And I cannot believe we've heard from some journalists actually saying here that Barca are to blame because we celebrated in Espanyol Stadium, because we dared to celebrate our league title, that almost Barca were antagonising the crowd. This is nonsense, and I won't have this, because let's get one thing straight here. We were celebrating on our own. There was no Barca fans allowed in the stadium. Espanyol made sure of that. All the players had was each other. They formed a circle, they went to the centre circle, and they celebrated amongst themselves. They didn't make gestures, they didn't celebrate towards the Espanyol fans. It was a moment for us and our success, because if they'd have actually celebrated down the tunnel or in the dressing room, we Barca fans at home, watching the TV, we wouldn't have seen that. The only celebrations we were able to experience is what we saw in the middle of the field. And how can people say that we weren't allowed to celebrate our title, to enjoy our moment? Because I just want to make it clear, think back to 2014. Barca lost the title on the final day of the season in an agonising way to the very opponent that we were playing, Atletico Madrid. We lost that title, by the way, thanks to a wrongly disallowed goal too. And when Atletico Madrid was celebrating in the Camp Nou at the end of the game, did we storm the pitch? Did we make a scene? No. We applauded them. We clapped them for the season they had. For beating us on the final day, we appreciated the effort. That is how it should be done. That is often forgotten about Barca, but that is how we conduct ourselves. So I won't have it here that Barca are to blame for the reaction from the Espanyol fans. What we saw last night from them was a disgrace. It was unacceptable, and La Liga have to take action. That was like looking back at the dark ages of football, and do not blame our players. But indeed, guys, back to the rosy stuff, back to the good stuff, the celebrations from Barca, because now I want to talk about the man himself, Lionel Messi. Because after we actually wrapped up the title last night, I think it was really, really interesting that actually we've heard a lot about Messi. And I'm not talking here about the media, about rumours, about the papers here talking about Messi. I'm talking about inside of the club. We have heard a lot of mentions there of Messi's name, from Xavi, from Joan Laporta, and even Araujo yesterday. He was celebrating and just non-stop chanting Messi's name. We've heard a lot about Leo in the past 24 24 hours. And of course, we spoke earlier on today over on MORETALKFCB about the really important fact that Laporta says their relationship has been resolved between himself and Messi, that relationship that, of course, desperately needed to be repaired before any return. And according to Laporta, that step has now been taken. And it has now been reported throughout the day today that during conversations there that Laporta says that he's had with Messi, during those conversations, Laporta's told him, "You're our priority this summer. We are determined to make your return a reality." And Laporta has assured Messi, "I will do everything in my power to bring you back." That's a promise from me. And Laporta again here, he knows he's got to deliver this one. And I think he realises that. He understands here that by going out again, talking about Messi, talking about the return, these kinds of things, he knows the weight and expectation that's gonna come with those sorts of claims. So those words have to be taken seriously. But Laporta did indeed reassure fans today in terms of the financing of deals this summer and spending money indeed in the transfer window. He said, "We are not going to offer crazy figures for Messi's return or any other deal." He said, "We're going to try to make things work with our viability plan." We've heard a lot about that, of course, over the past few weeks. And Laporta said, "We are still waiting for the approval of that plan." And when he was asked then about where would Messi play if he came, where would he operate in this team, Laporta said, "Well, that would be up to Xavi, I'm not going to get involved in that." But he said, "It's never an issue with the best player in the world. We are working to have the possibility to build a very competitive team from next season." And that is why I continue to say, guys, and I will go out on this hill, we haven't seen the best of Barca yet. This is a plan, this is a vision that's still ongoing, that is still growing, that is still ever improving. And just sit back right now, enjoy the emotion, enjoy the feeling of success, because we're going to get more of it. We've got a taste of it now, and we will not go away. This is Barca, and we are rising. So that there, guys, is some reaction from me and what has been a fantastic, past 24 hours, past 48 hours. I don't even know how long it's been, but it's been great to see the celebration, to see all of the reactions as well from you guys. Thank you so much for all of your incredible comments there, to see the feelings from you and how happy everybody is. That is honestly what I live for here. Like I say, I come back every day. We share emotions, we share opinions all the time between us. But to achieve this here, to win this league title, to celebrate that now, and to keep moving forward, that is inspiring to all of us. And I'm so, so happy with what we are seeing and what we are living right now. Thank you so much for all of you that consistently join me here, that consistently help me to create videos, to create content, and for us to all talk about Barca together. I really appreciate all of your support, and I will be back soon, because the work won't stop. It never stops at Barca, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you indeed, guys, for everything, and I will see you soon. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça!